I just remembered, today is Friday the 13th. So something's going to go wrong at some point. Morning guys, welcome back. It feels like forever since I last made a video. That's better, lights are on. Been off work for a couple of different reasons. Managed to get away for a few days holiday. The first week in November. We were supposed to be in Cornwall for a Monday to Friday away, and then lockdown occurred, so we had to come home early on the Wednesday. And then because of lockdown, the farm team's been split up into two again, like it was first time we had lockdown. So this is the second day back to work after nearly 2 weeks off, and we are over on the research half of the farm, just shutting all the cattle back first so I can scrape out these passageways into the middens down here. So we'll get all the cattle truck back and jump on the scrape. Okay. Right, cows all shut back. Really quick and brief overview here. I know it's been in some videos before, but 3 sheds, all exactly the same, all got their own dung midden on the back, so you just scrape straight down the end into the midden. So they've all got different cattle in, got 3 silage pits, so each shed has its own pit of silage. Got a cup of tea with me as well. So it's not the quickest operation to feed and bed up here in the mornings, but it's not too bad. Here, so we've got the scrape on the back of the Fergie. He's got the loader on the front, and the new 6130M that we've had for about a month now, maybe a bit longer, 2 months. He is on the Lucas feeder bedder combo wagon, don't know what you call it, thing. So we will get to doing some scraping. So here we are in the new 130. It's the first time I'd actually driven it was yesterday, doing the bedding and that over here for the first time. Fire her up, see what she does. We need to pick the gear. So we'll see. Forwards. Just park here somewhere for getting the straw. It is kept immaculately clean here in terms of bedding. Well, as is the home farm, we use an awful lot of straw, but it does keep the cattle very clean. So we'll chuck this in and we'll go and bed some up. We'll take that in the first shed and spit it out. So this is the straw chopper down there for chopping. That's the speed. Straw we're using at the moment is the wheat straw we baled for our own corn, baled from our own corn I should say, and it is pretty brittle, smashes up, dusty, I'm just opening this one back up for these cattle, just because they got a bit of grub left, so they might as well be able to eat it before we feed them some fresh stuff. So I got myself a new mount I was trying out today. It's this one. It's a GoPro, I don't know, official accessory if you like. My view of it is absolutely terrible. My homemade magnet mount, 100 times better. So we're swapping back. So one thing I've noticed with our new 130, there's absolutely nowhere to mount a camera. Right, put that one back in neutral. Get this one ready to load with some grub. Nowhere to mount a camera, but extremely manoeuvrable. That is a fantastic tractor for the job it's doing over here, because it is extremely tight in these sheds. Getting in and out with that straw chopper. I take my hat off to Phil doing it last winter with one of the 6620s. But cup tea time. Just cannot beat tea in the morning. I'm just looking in the diary here to see what the cattle were fed yesterday. Because even though I did it, I can't remember. 370, 300. So we'll do the same again. So we'll get 670 kilos of green silage. Put that in the wagon. So the cattle are all on different diets. So the greens are just on their silage plus minerals. Whereas the browns are on silage plus rolled barley and distillers grains and minerals. And the blues are on the same, but without the barley. One thing I really miss from not having the handle here is having the button to depressurise the fittings and the spools for the loader. Got to turn the engine off every time, wiggle the stick. The Massey isn't really that good either for mounting a camera. Something for you tractor boys to work on. So we just put the grass chopping up for a minute. It doesn't need to mix particularly because they're only having that. It's just when we put the minerals in, wants to mix for a minute or two. Get the scale, bag of minerals. Turn that to 0. Three kilos later, we're there. We'll let these guys at their food. They seem pretty keen to go and get it. Oh, beefies. Hello, car. So what we do is we come here first thing in the morning, feed and bed up. And then we always come back before we go home, sort of 4:30, 5 o'clock, and just push the silage up. And that tends to get them up to have another go at eating it if they've gone and lied down. They look pretty happy. Second load mixed. Just gonna go and spit that one out. So the brown cow that we're about to feed, they are the intensively reared cattle here. So they are on rolled barley, which none of the others are, and they won't go out in the spring. They'll stay indoors until they're finished. But we'll just feed them quick. We always shut the gates on the ends just in case there's any catastrophes and they manage to get out of their pens somehow. So in front of the clamps here we've got this gutter to take any of the yard water away, save it washing in the clamps. But it is an absolute nightmare to come across with the tractor when you're trying to get the silage out. That is quite deep. Makes for a bouncy ride. Back on the scale. Bag of minerals. Need a new bag of minerals. So I've just finished feeding up over here this morning. Just got to fill in the diary with what I've been feeding. So there's a record. So that if anyone wants the data at some point later on, it's here for them. That's all done, ready for tomorrow. Take my thermos, so I can have my coffee when I get back. So we'll be back later on to push up the silage, and I'm going to push up the hay for the bulls now, and then I'll give them another bale later on when I push up the cows' food, just so I'm going to feed them over the weekend. We've got Tommy, he normally likes to scratch. Varta, our young bull, he was new this year. And I've got to get this right. You're Tristan, aren't you? Yeah, you're Tristan, you're the newest one. You're the young bull for next year. And Sarge, here he is. They're all quite friendly, really. But there's a bit of a shot of the sheds from a distance. Of course, we've got the handling facility there as well. Got a little shed there with barley and stuff in it. Just keeps it dry. But quite a smart setup, really. One thing I haven't showed you this morning is each of the sheds have got what we call green feeders, which take a sample of the cow's breath. It's effectively an outer parlour feeder, if you've seen one of those on a dairy setup before. And it analyses the cow's breath as they're feeding. So you can see what they're giving off in their breath. For well, methane and stuff, I suppose. You have to ask my dad, he would know more. They have sugar beet in them, just to entice the cows to go in them. I think they can have 200 grams of sugar beet a day. Or is it a feed? Might be a feed. There'll be a limit on what they can have a day anyway. I'm going home on the quad bike. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed a little look around here at our research farm this morning. It's a bit different. I'll do a proper tour in a video one day, and we'll have another look at the tractor at some point. For now, these guys look happy. We'll come back and see them later on, push the feed up. Thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to be a legend, you can hit the subscribe button down below. There's a little bell next to it. If you click that, you'll be notified of all my new videos on Wednesdays and Sundays. I have been doing some on Fridays during lockdown. There's a link to my Instagram and my Twitter and Facebook down below as well if you want to check that out. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in another video very soon. Bye.